Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to continue with our learning journey, sales and distribution, configure delivery process, exercise 9, process outbound deliveries. So from the last couple of exercises, we have already getting familiar with the delivery document inside sales and distribution and do some customizing for it. Which is route, shipping point determination, and then also some relevant fields such as the duration for picking, packing, and loading, and also some customizing regarding the scheduling of the delivery and transportation. Now we're going to go to process some outbound deliveries. So for anyone who's new, my name is Anh, a junior SAP consultant. I'm learning myself different logistic modules inside SAP S for HANA, private cloud, and want to share with you guys my learning journeys. Hope that you might find something helpful for your projects or day-to-day operations. So without further saying, let's get into it. So we have a business example that we normally create a single outbound delivery, and normally only in exceptional circumstances. For daily operations, we will optimize our process by delivering multiple orders simultaneously. And to do this, we need to use a work list for shipping, which is known as a delivery due list. And when we commence the picking process, we need to know from which store location the goods are to be taken. For automatic store location determination, both physical store criteria and material requirements for store conditions play a role. So during shipping processing, we often need an overview of outbound deliveries that have been created. We also use varied lists for different shipping activities such as picking, loading, and posting the good issue. All right. Then let's get into is that the first one should be working with the delivery due list, and for this we need to create two different sales order, and then we need to use a collective processing to create the corresponding outbound deliveries for the sale orders. All right. So instead of creating one single sales order, then create one single outbound delivery for that, now we will create multiple sales order and use the delivery due list to create multiple delivery orders at the same time instead of doing everything manually or individually, to put it that way. All right, then let's go and create our first sales order. Right, I need to access the system again. Alright, coming back to VA01. Sales order type is OR. We have 1010, 1000. Right, the sold to party is the C110A 15 customer. Alright, where is it? The reference should be a 15601. Alright. The requested delivery date 1 week from today. So today we are on the 14th, the Valentine Day. So I think I'm going to put it in a week. So I think it should be 23 of February, because we take the whole week. So yeah, should be 23 of February. We don't include the weekends, so yes. So here's our material. Let's click enter first. Change in the invoice date, the billing date is redetermined. Yes. So here's our material. The item category is already defined based on the sales order type. Also the plant. All right. Then we have 10 pieces and 205 20 pieces. All right. 10 pieces, 20 pieces. What else? Create a second sales order. Okay, let me save this first. So we have 412 as the first sales order being created. Create a second sales order containing 2 items using the information below. Create a second sales order containing again 2 items using the information below. Save the sales order and record the document number. Alright, I think basically the same, only different customer and with the same material but different quantities. Right, sales order is still OR. So, alright, why is this keeping lacking all the time? So we have a new customer. I will stay in the same transaction because I think all the OR and everything they are the same, so no need to change it. And the reference, yes, you can see the header is the same, nothing changed here. The requested delivery date should be 1 week from today. So 1 week is 21st, 23. Click enter, and we got the same material, only with 5 and 15 pieces. All right, then I think we will save it then. Font 13, I suppose, based on the number range. So in the shipping point that processes standard operations, Z015, you work with delivery do list to create outbound delivery for sales order. Now you want to create outbound deliveries for 2 sales order, create above. Because you want to deliver sales order only, you choose the scenario sales order for collective processing on the selection screen. All right. Let me first check. I'm not sure if both the same sales order are using the same shipping point. If we are going to that, yeah, shipping point is Z015 for these 2 materials. This is for 13, for 12, I think the same in the shipping. Yeah, they use the same shipping point and also the same road. Yeah, nothing changed here. Oh, okay. So this is, it was an express road. The other one, it was standard one, but they are being processed in the same shipping point, Z015. Right, so we now will be creating the outbound delivery based on the outbound delivery to list. I don't know what the transaction would be, but we can have a look. Logistic, I think, logistic execution, outbound process, good issue for outbound delivery, outbound delivery, list and log, outbound delivery monitor, group of outbound deliveries, collective processing log, change incomplete, about deliveries, about delivery monitor. Still not the thing that I need, I think. What about shipment? Shipment is something else, right? Yeah, shipment is probably the transport. Yes. Proof of delivery could issue. Yes, I think it should only be about delivery monitor. I'm not sure, but I don't find any due list here. Oh, so if I search for delivery due list, as you can see here, we go a different branch. It's not inside logistic, but it is inside information system, logistics and distribution, SD document, and we have an VL04 delivery due list. Okay, pretty confusing how SAP is structuring this all this transaction. This is not inside the same branch, but we have this information system coming up nowhere till now. Maybe it's lack of my my knowledge. I'm sorry for that, but I think yes, it's just somehow confusing for me as a junior. Yeah, but that is the reason why we need to learn. But at least we find somehow to navigate to this delivery due list and can carry on. Yes, shipping point is obsolete. All right, then I will just forget about this information system, then go to the outbound delivery monitor. And I think for this if I'm going to shipping point YO15 from today till next week, what could happen then? Alright, it's lagging again. I can't select anything. Alright, let's execute. Let's see what could happen. So we see only one delivery, which is picking this is from yesterday, but I think this is already created, right? Like sorry, VL03. Yeah, I think this is already created about delivery based on some sales order we created earlier. So this is like the outbound delivery monitor, but it's not the transaction to create the outbound deliveries. Yeah. Oh, all right. My bad. It is here collective processing of unchecked deliveries. Collective processing of document used for delivery. So I think VL10A sales order. Now I think we find the right one. Based on this, they also want us to choose a scenario sales order for collective processing. All right, then my bad for that. Sorry for navigating too long to other stuff. So 14 to the 23rd of February. Shipping point is YL15. What is this? Calculate rule for determination of default value for creation date. I'm not sure what it is, but we can execute for now. So what do we have? We have our sales order for 12 for 13, which we have just created earlier. This is already hasn't good issued it. Okay, so we don't have anything here. Never mind. I just select this tool, and what we do, we create delivery in the background. Yes, I think we will create delivery in the background. I do believe that. One quick question, what do we need to do now? Yes, display the logs. How many deliveries are created? Can you give a reason for the result? To be honest, I think there will be two different about delivery created. Why? Because we have two different routes. The first one is route 0025 and the other one is route 003. I think because one we use an express scenario, and then above we have a normal one, because if you remember correctly, the C610 B15 customer, it has a shipping condition, and also shipping condition, I think something about express delivery. So it and customer where we normally just create quick and very fast. So based on that, a different route is determined for the sales order created for this customer compared to the 815 customer. So let's have a look into once I executed. As you can see here, we have two different things have been created. If I click on log for delivery creation, we have a log, and click on documents, we have two different documents. Do we have a split analysis here? No, right? Yes. As I said, they have two different routes, which is the reason for the result. We can have a look quickly for the 173. As said, go into the shipment, we can see here the road is from Hamburg to Frankfurt, but the 74 we have a road from Hamburg to Stuttgart. Yes, which is different. Yeah, different road than different about deliveries. You wanted now to check the log for this collective processing, but now you have already left the transaction. Go to the log and make the selection using your username. Alright, so for example, if we now go completely out of this log and we cannot see the log again, for example like this, okay, it's lagging again. Let me first save this to favorite, and if we are out now from this one, I want to check the log for this. We have a change, we have a collective processing log. Let me also add it to favorite and double click on it. Number of collective run, type of collective run, which is L, deliveries from VL04. Delivery split, interesting. I also want to see this. Maybe just run this and we see. So no log found. Okay, so we don't have any delivery split running by my user. But if we use this VL04 transaction, what could happen? Yes, so we don't have the transaction VL04 anymore. Instead we use a VL10A. Yeah, so VL10A. So for that, I think they should change the name of the attribute that we are having here for collecting processing log. It should not be deliveries from ZL04 anymore, but ZL10. At least I can know it better. But anyway, we know that this is the type of collection run that we are running by our user, and click on that. We have this created on Valentine's days, number of deliveries. Then we click on documents and we got this. Yes, event to document flow. So that should be it for the first one. The second one, we will determine the picking location. All right, interesting. So I'm not sure what picking location we have here for the 2 outbound deliveries. If I might, I will go into the display, go to the picking. Do we have picking location here? Storage conditioned. What is 70? We have transportation group on pallets. Plan location. This should be the picking location, right? 101C. Raw materials dot location. It's not picked yet. All right. So this is only the delivery. 174. What about 173? If I'm going to this, yeah, the sort location is the same. So yes, they are all these material from these 2 outbound deliveries are picked from the same sort location, 101C, raw material sort location. So when we define a shipping point for the express good YO15, you use the copy function and copy the entries into dependent tables. This also affects the setting for determination of the picking. Check the setting. This setting will already maintain for the copy source. Alright, check the following start location is determined for the shipping point for various field combination. Alright, so I think this is a setting which is already being set up for ZO15, and after we create the shipping point YO15 by copying that, all of the relevant tables or assignment is also being copied from it. So we have a sort location 101S. If we have a shipping point YO15, plan 1010, and sort condition is plain. But if we have a start location which is 70, then 101C is determined. To check that, we need to go to SPRO probably and search for start location determination. Hope that we might find something. Okay, we do. Plan is 1010. So we have situation, shortly conditioned. Okay, so this is not the one that we are looking for. We search for picking location, right? Picking location, yes, picking location. Picking location. Assign picking location. Determine picking location. Determine rules for picking location determination. A lot of things. Let's go first for determine picking location. Okay, so that under determine picking location, we have define rules for picking location determination, and also assign picking location. Let's see what here. We have shipping point, plan, start condition, and then we have some start location. Okay, I think this is the table that we need here. Not sure if I'm going to put it like this. No, okay. No worries. If I'm going back once, what is the determine rule for picking notification? Delivery type, and we have mala for start location. This is the different one, right? We have a delivery type, assignment between delivery type and we use this to determine it. Not sure how it's relevant. So we have a lot of rules for determining, but at least they have rules for determining picking location based on delivery type. And then here we have some assignment of picking location based on shipping point planned and short condition. YO15, as said, if it is blank, we have 101S. If it's 70, then we have 101C. So this is correct. Yeah. I'm just wondering about these rules for picking location determination. I think from assigned. Yeah, we have that, but I'm not sure what is this rules determination for start location mean. Mala shipping point plan start condition. Okay. So it based on the delivery type. Then we have different rules to determine the picking location, and after the delivery type is selected, we have a rule, and we use the rule by picking these three keys as a combination to select the picking location. So MALA stands for shipping point plan location, which we are using now. For other one, they might use plan situation and or some other like MALA if not found, then RATA example. So this is just the rule, like before this assignment, then they have some other assignment. Yeah, define situation here. I think this is a situation that which they mentioned earlier. If they are going for the what was it again? The RATA. But I think we normally just use the MALA probably for all the scenario. If LF, yes, they use MALA. So if they use MALA, then they use this picking location based on shipping point plan started conditions. All right. So that is for this 9 exercise. We have learned something more. I think there are a lot of customizing, a lot of things, but I think it's better to just learn by doing, as we did is by this hands-on, and also from the projects. Probably we don't need the solution for this. I think everything is correct. Yeah, nothing confused here. Maybe let's also continue with exercise 10. It's a short one, so let's finish it up. Work with the outbound delivery monitor. This is exactly what we have done earlier, where I went through the system. If you remember correctly, we were sampling with this outbound delivery monitor. Instead of the collective processing, we ran through this transaction, and I think we might need to use it now. So we need an overview of deliveries we have created, and you need a list of that for different shipping activities. And for this, we need to know how to use the monitor. So you want to display all the outbound deliveries that we have created this week in your shipping point YL15, Z15. All right. Pretty simple, right? Sort the list by delivery date in descending order. So from the beginning of this week, just to I think from last to today, I think is for the best. And shipping point is at 15th. Generate. So we only find this delivery. So I think we need to change this to delivery date. I think it should be better. No. Okay, so I think it should be created on date. Yes, so these are all the about delivery that we have created. Somehow I'm a little confusing because these are all the about delivery that we created, but you see the number range it. I'm getting confused with this one. It is also created by me. Yes, it's created by us just 3 days ago. But why do we have an outbound delivery like this? If I go to the document order, this is look for me pretty normal, right? And why do we have a different delivery type is ZL15, so maybe because of a different delivery type. Yes, if we check the other 3 documents, I think they start with 80 something number ranges, and I think because of different delivery type that they have there. Here we have ZL15, they start with 2000, and for the other one, okay, sorry, it's getting lag again. Changing environment. We'll refresh again and we'll come back. And I think for the other 3 documents, if we double click on that, you can see that yes, the delivery type is LF, which means that for the other 3 documents we have different document delivery types, which mean different number ranges. All right. Source the list by delivery date. Delivery date in descending order. Delivery creation date. Yes, we don't use the planned good movement date, but we use the delivery creation date for that. So I think we finished number 9 and 10. A lot of, not so many things we learned, but we strengthen our knowledge based on creating different sales order and about deliveries, so that we strengthen our knowledge for what we have learned. And yes, so I think for the next exercise, creating sales order and about delivery, that we receive a purchase order from customer, and for which material is in stock in your warehouse. We must know how to enter sales order and how to create about for delivery for this order. So I think pretty straightforward, where we just note down and strengthen our knowledge again. I think in the next exercise I will go deeper into how to revise all the customizing of all these fields. But yes, that is a task for the next one, to have an overview of all the data that we have customized and how they are populating in which scenario once we create a sales order, and of course the about delivery document. So thanks very much for watching. I hope that you have learned something new today. And if you have any question or wish, let me know in the comment down below. I will make some time to answer it. So thanks for watching again, and see you in the next one. Bye.